Good morning, students. Welcome back to lecture number 31 on the paper Computer Network Security. In today's class, we'll discuss about the mathematics, the minimum mathematics we should know in order to understand the concept of asymmetric key cryptography. The basic objectives of today's session is to make the student to understand what is the meaning of symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography. What are the user applications of asymmetric key cryptography, and what are the mathematical foundation, mathematical tools we should know in order to understand asymmetric key cryptography. At the end of today's session, the student will be in a position to make out the differences between asymmetric key and symmetric key cryptography. Some mathematical models used in asymmetric key cryptography techniques. Let us have the differences between, let us revise the concept of symmetric key encryption and asymmetric key encryption, or symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography. What is the meaning of cryptography? Cryptography is the process of converting a plain text into a encrypted text called ciphertext, and after transmission, the ciphertext should be converted back into the plain text. So that is at the decryption end. So encryption and decryption are the two major stages in any crypto system. So basically, there are two methods for encryption of plain text. One is symmetric key encryption, the other one is asymmetric key encryption. In the case of symmetric key encryption, a single key is used both by the sender and the receiver. The sender uses a key to convert the plain text into ciphertext and transmit them over a channel. After the information is received at the receiving end, then the receiver uses the same key to convert the ciphertext back into the plain text. So the symmetric key encryption process is based on a single key that needs to be shared among the people who need to receive the message. So suppose a sender wants to send the message to some 3 recipients. Then the sender has to share the key which he has used in converting the plain text into ciphertext with all the recipients. So all the recipients should have that key with them in order to convert the ciphertext back into the plain text. Whereas a asymmetric key encryption uses a pair of keys. One key is called a private key, the other one is called a public key. Either a public key is used to convert the plain text into ciphertext, and a private key is used to convert the ciphertext into plain text, or vice versa. A private key can be used to convert the plain text into a ciphertext, and a public key is used to convert the ciphertext back into plain text. So any one of these two can be used. So the basic difference between a symmetric key encryption and asymmetric key encryption is, in the case of symmetric key encryption, there is single key. Same key has to be used by both by the sender and the receiver. Sender use the key to convert the plain text into ciphertext, whereas the receiver use the same key to convert the ciphertext back into plain text. But in the case of asymmetric encryption, it is based on two different keys. One is private key, other one is a public key. But when compared to symmetric key encryption, asymmetric key encryption is more secure because here it is based on two different keys. So in order to encrypt and decrypt, we are using two different key means the encryption process is more secure and it is difficult for the hacker to decrypt it back. Only the intended receiver only can decrypt the message back into plain text. So even though asymmetric key encryption is more secured, but generally it takes more time to convert the process of plain text to ciphertext and ciphertext into back into plain text. So the time taken in the case of asymmetric key encryption is more when compared to symmetric key. But even though it takes more time, it gives you a secure message. So the message cannot be easily cracked or hacked by the unintended receivers. This is the diagrammatical representation of a symmetric key encryption. As I told earlier, in case of symmetric key encryption, the process of converting plain text to ciphertext and ciphertext to back into plain text is based on single key. So this is the plain text. Then using some key, secret key, the plain text is encrypted. and the plain text looks like the encrypted text. Then during the decryption process, same secret key that was used in converting the plain text into ciphertext is used to convert that information back into plain text. So by looking at the system diagram, we can observe that the same key, same secret key is used both for encryption process and decryption process. It's a very simple technique. For example, suppose I want to transmit the message ABC. The text I want to transmit is ABC from the sender end. Then assume that the key I'm using is shift every character by three letters. Then what happens is A becomes D, then B becomes E, and C becomes F. So the message which is sent is ABC and is received by the receiver as DEF. So after again, once the message is received by the receiver, he knows the key that at the time of converting ciphertext into back into plain text, what we have to do is you have to shift backward by three letters. Then what happens is D becomes A, E becomes B, and F becomes A. So he will convert the DEF back into ABC only. So this is one simple key used to convert the plain text into ciphertext. You can use some secured key to convert the plain text into ciphertext. Let us take the second way of encryption called asymmetric key cryptography. Asymmetric key encryption uses a mathematically pair of keys. One for encryption process, other one is for decryption process. The two keys we are using in the asymmetric key encryption are called as public key and private key. The private key is used for encryption, then relatively public key is used for if the public key is used for encryption, then private key is used for decryption. Or if the private key is used for encryption, then public key you can use it for decryption. So the participants which are working in the encryption decryption process are one is sender, the other one is receiver, and the two keys, private key and the public keys. But in the case of asymmetric encryption, both sender and the receiver should have their own public key and private key. The public private key of sender is different from the private key of the receiver. First, the steps in encryption decryption process in case of asymmetric key encryption cryptography is first the sender obtain the receiver's public key. So first the sender has to collect the receiver's public key. Next, the plain text or ordinary text which is in a readable text format is encrypted using the receiver's public key, because the public key of the receiver is already received by the sender. Using that public key, the sender converts the plain text or the ordinary text into an encrypted format. So this creates a ciphertext. Then the ciphertext is transmitted through some channel to the receiver. But the receiver, in order to decrypt, he has to use his private key and convert the ciphertext back into plain text. So this is the three steps. One is sender send the message using the public key of the receiver, encrypt, send it. Receiver uses his private key to convert the ciphertext back into plain text. So this is a diagrammatic representation of asymmetric key encryption. Here we have two different concepts. One is the top half indicate the encryption process, and the second half indicate the decryption process. Then user one is the sender, user two is the receiver. User one is involved in encryption process, user 2 is involved in decryption process, or user 1 is the sender and user 2 is the receiver. So here we can see two different keys. User 2's public key, the user 1 uses the public key of user 2 to convert the plain text into encrypted format, whereas the user 2 uses his private key to convert the text back into the plain text. Let us see what are the benefits of asymmetric key cryptography, where asymmetric key cryptography is useful. Generally, asymmetric key cryptography, since it is more secure, it is used in digital signature. I think the concept of digital signature has been taught in your previous session. So it is used in digital signature. Generally, digital signatures are used to validate and the authenticity and integrity of a message, software, or a digital document. Suppose a document has to be sent from one place to another. Then, in order to ensure that it is received only by the authorized person, a key has to be given to the receiver. Only the person who has that key can only receive it. He can only open it. So such a key we call it a digital signature. So it's a message generally used for authentication and integrity of message. So even transmission of the message also, it it has to make sure that it is used only by the authorized person. It could be message, it could be software, or it could be a digital document. And nowadays, a term called Bitcoin is used. It's used as a cryptographic algorithm to ensure that only the legitimate owners can spend the funds. So generally, it's called as a pseudo currency. And most of the popular messaging applications like WhatsApp, Telegram, all are based on asymmetric key cryptography. It's also used in credit card transaction. So these are some of the popularly used applications of asymmetric key cryptography. Now, see, what are the major differences between symmetric key and asymmetric key cryptography? In the case of symmetric key, as the name indicates, same key is used for both encryption and decryption. Here it is different key, private key and public key. So, and same key used, generally symmetric cryptography is used for transmitting large text, and asymmetric key cryptography is suitable for small sized text. Resource utilization is less in case of symmetric when compared to asymmetric. And in case of symmetric cryptography, whenever you convert a plain text into ciphertext size is less than or equal to the original plain text. It is opposite in case of asymmetric. Ciphertext is greater than or equal to, size of the ciphertext is greater than or equal to original plain text. Symmetric is more fast but less secure. Asymmetric is slow, but it is more secure. Now see, what are the mathematical techniques, mathematical foundation we should know in order to understand asymmetric cryptography. One is some of the popular algorithm used in asymmetric cryptography are RSA algorithm, which is based on three scientists called Rivest, Shamir, Alderman, Diffie-Hellman algorithm, elliptic wave theory algorithm. These two, some of the algorithms that I mentioned, RSA, Diffie-Hellman algorithm, will be discussed in our future sessions. RSA algorithm uses the power of prime number to create private key and public key, because it is also a type of algorithm suitable for asymmetric cryptography. Means we have to generate the key. So generation of the key is a major part of asymmetric cryptography. The more secure key is generated, more secure is your messages. Diffie-Hellman algorithm is named after, again, scientist name White Diffie and Martin Hellman. It is a method for securing exchanging cryptographic keys over a public communication channel. So generally, in the case of asymmetric cryptography, the sender has to obtain the public key of the receiver. So in that case, that key has to be transmitted through some channel. So in order to ensure that the key which was sent by the receiver is received only by the intended sender, then he has to use, we can adopt the algorithm Diffie-Hellman algorithm. And the last one is elliptical wave theory algorithm. It is much newer type of asymmetric mathematical algorithm. It is used to encrypt large amount of text. So these are some of the popular asymmetric key algorithm used in network security: RSA, Diffie-Hellman, and elliptical wave theory algorithm. But some of the, in detail, the mathematics behind these two algorithms will be dealt in our future sessions. Let us see some simple multiple choice question based on today's talk. Algorithm used to exchange keys over a communication channel: RSA, DH, elliptical wave theory algorithm. None of these. It is the correct answer is DH. DH means Diffie-Hellman algorithm. RSA stands for reverse Shamir-Alderman, reverse secured algorithm, referential system algorithm. None of these. The correct answer is, since it is based on the three mathematicians, a scientist name reverse Shamir-Alderman. So the correct answer is A. Algorithm in which keys are generated using prime numbers. The correct answer is RSA. In asymmetric cryptography, different keys are used for encryption and decryption. It's true. Only in the case of symmetric encryption, same key is used. But here it is different key. The correct answer is A, true. Asymmetric key cryptography is suitable for small sized text compared to symmetric. That is also true. Okay, students, in today's class, we learned about the concept of symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography, major differences among these two techniques, application areas of asymmetric key cryptography, and some of the mathematical algorithms used in asymmetric key cryptography. With this, I'll wind up today's session. We'll meet again in our next session. Thank you.